obvious stuff, like a Nazi sign, a Hail Hitler. Like if they came with that, I'd say, yo, you guys, I'd be with you. I'd be making a video about them. A Bass Pro hat does not make you. Let me just shut up. I can't. What up, squad? And welcome back to another episode of Group. Are you ready for another reaction video? We got a good one for you. Excuse me. Better wait for a little bit. So, the ASU campus girls are back at it again. All right. I don't know what happened, but they dropped another vid, y'all. And it says ASU multicultural incident students response. Response to what? Your own video? I don't understand, because you guys are the ones that took a video of you guys being racially insensitive towards two white students, bullied them, put it on the internet for all to see. That y'all two jackasses, and y'all is racially insensitive, but accusing others of being just that. So let's get into it, see what they talk about. This should be interesting, y'all. Again, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to comment, subscribe, thumbs up, slap that red button. Appreciate it. Helps out the channel. Lego.
On September 23rd, hateful and racist symbology invaded our multicultural center on ASU's Tempe campus and made the center unsafe for BIPOC students who were trying to study. The two white men, both students, displayed a Police Lives Matter sticker, a Bass Pro hat, a Chick-fil-A cup, and an anti-Biden t-shirt.
Oh my God. Did she just really say a Bass Pro hat? A Bass Pro hat. An outdoors hat that most outdoorsmen wear. Don't even have to be a fisherman to wear it. Just, you're just an outdoorsman. You're really trying to tell me that that's racist now? Woo! Okay, this is going to be a good one, y'all. I mean, real talk. I'm sorry. Let's go.
The Police Lives Matter sticker was on one of the white man's laptop, which was clearly directed towards a black woman who was leading the black study tables across from him, as the boys chose to sit across from the black study tables.
Okay, so I do notice that I feel like race is a problem for you, man. I do. I really do. I feel like race, I don't know what it is. I don't know what your guys' ideology is. I don't know if it's a school. I don't know. But it really does seem like this. I mean, you guys really got to get this checked out. And you guys really got to, you know what I'm saying? Do some self-reflection. You know what I'm saying? Take, self-inventory on yourself and really look at and ask yourself, what is your problem? I notice you keep saying the white men, okay? I notice everything is chopped up into this racial divide. You're not even saying the two men. You're not doing it without the emphasis on the white part, which is just, that right there is a huge tell that you have some issues that you need to check yourself. And maybe, I'm not going to lie, maybe somebody did hurt you that, was light-skinned or even Caucasian. And maybe they hurt you bad. But that's that one person. These two kids, we seen it. They didn't do anything. They were not trying to antagonize you. You're really going to say a Bass Pro hat? Are you kidding me? But let's get back into it. And is it me, or are they reading from a script? I would love to see who's backing them, because it looks like they're both looking to their left. But if you're watching it from your viewpoint, it's going to look like you're right. But they're looking to their left. And let's just go. This is scripted, though. So somebody stirred this pot up again and acted like they weren't wrong for what they did.
The boys made the space uncomfortable with their nonverbal aggressive gestures directed towards the black woman.
The students called for help from ASU, but no one came for over 30 minutes. So we were forced to confront these men by ourselves.
After this incident, we received thousands of rape, death, and lynching threats on.
What does that say? Kill yourself. What you did to those white perfect boys were disgusting. I hope the KKK, Adam Waffen, hang you. Oh, I forward to ASU. I'll be looking forward to ASU expelling your disgusting N-word self. You probably got in free anyway, freeloading. Wow, that was pretty messed up. So this is, I mean, obviously that's some idiot on the internet, probably young person, just typing away. I'm not gonna lie. What they did was insensitive. But I mean, calls raping and stuff like that. It was to be expected for, you know what, is it justified? No, of course not. I mean, never any of that is justified. But this is why things don't ever get better. You got people talking stupid, but come on, you're going to put it on the internet. You know, idiots are going to go into your log. How much is this serious? How much isn't? I'm pretty sure a couple of them threats were serious, but at the same time, I mean, come on, you guys put it out there. You guys put yourself out there. I'm not saying it's justified for any of that, but you guys were pretty nasty. Let's go.
Our personal Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and email accounts. It's been more than 2 months since the incident, and Zara and I received these threats every single day.
ASU was aware of how we were getting doxxed and suffering psychological and emotional violence by white supremacists from across the country, but it still did not protect us. Instead, they launched an investigation against us, and we had to mobilize the community to protect ourselves from being kicked out by the institution.
Okay, so you guys were rightfully investigated. If you guys were not investigated, that would have caused a huge problem. That would be a huge problem. I don't get why you guys cannot see your wrongdoing in this. I don't get where you don't see what you guys did was horrible. Even if they had these little symbolism trinkets that triggered you to act and behave the way you did, which, if you think about it, if that triggers you to act in such a way, are you any different than if they were purposely doing this? Are you any different from acting out the way you did? Because they didn't really do anything to you. They didn't say a word to you. Even when you were getting on, it took them forever to even start, how do I say, defending themselves. I mean, you guys bullied them. I mean, you guys really, really bullied them. And if they were there to troll you with just little symbolism trinkets, then that means if these little things get set you off in life, then honey, I'm sorry to tell you, your life is going to be a stressful one. Because there's going to be a lot of stuff out there you ain't going to like. You're going to hear people say stuff. You gonna fight everybody that says something stupid? Like, come on now. Think about it. Y'all are supposed to be these smart, intelligent college kids. Where's the tolerance?
ASU's investigation found us guilty of interfering with university activities.
And they should have.
Dear white people, aka ASU,
you openly discredit.
Do you see? They just did that like a corny talk show. Dear white people, aka ASU. Like, you guys, how long did it make you guys come up with that generic corny ass slogan? Do you see what I'm talking about? Dear white people, like, all the racial antagonistic language is being used by you guys, man. You guys are making it verbal. Suppose those two gentlemen were actually trying to trigger you with a Bass Pro hat, which is just and Chick-fil-A, some lunch. Suppose they were. Okay, I'll give you the police lives matter. Let's say the police lives matter is what really ticked you off because it's a protest to your protest. I heard that before. So maybe you could get that one. How hard is it to ignore it? How hard is it if they ain't saying nothing? How hard is it to ignore it? You feel me? But then to turn around and take these things that he wasn't sitting there screaming, police lives matter. And he wasn't saying that. And maybe his father's a policeman. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not even saying that it's a racial. I'm saying I'll give you that one just a little bit. I'm just trying to give you guys a little bit, a little bit of, just a little. I'm trying to give you a little benefit of the doubt. That's all. But even with all that, we still got the white people this, white people that, racist ass, I mean, that's coming out your mouths. They didn't say it once. They didn't say the N-word once or black once. You know what I'm saying? You would have thought that at least. I mean, so they were very tolerant. So, I mean, the tolerance thing, it's not holding water, honey.
Discriminated against us on November 16th when you handed down your decision from your racially biased investigation. We are being persecuted for defending our multicultural center from racism and sexism. You gave us 2 punishments. The first one was a warning, and the second one was to write a 3-page paper on how next time when we talk with white people about race and society, we will be civil.
Good. Wow. So the punishment, yeah. Wow. Everybody that agrees with that punishment, please put a thumbs up in the comments. It was properly, I mean, I mean, the way that you explained it, I'm pretty sure it wasn't written like that, but I'm pretty sure it was saying when you deal with other students. I would like to see that in writing that they said white students. I think they just said any other students, you should be civil. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to, multicultural or just any other cultures. Be a little more civil in your dialogue. Your dialogue was very, very aggressive. Sorry, it was. Let's go.
This video is in fulfillment of our educational intervention. We're going to give ASU an educational intervention on why telling students of color at ASU to be more civil in the face of white supremacy and neo-Nazism on this campus is
Where was the neo-Nazism? The Bass Pro hat?
Actually violent.
ASU is a violent place. Just last week, there was an Islamophobic attack at ASU in which pages from Quran Majid, the holiest book for Muslims, were ripped apart and burnt for Muslim students to find in the interfaith room. The interfaith room is the only place on campus where Muslim students are told they should pray in. Meanwhile, there are multiple small rooms in the Multicultural Center at ASU Tempe that Muslim women who are looking for a private place to pray in are locked out of.
I definitely sympathize with, a place of prayer like with Muslims because I know that that's a big thing for them. But the one thing I can say is they don't ever, not that I've seen, they've never shied away from praying right there in public. They'll be in the middle of Times Square and if it's time, it's time. And they don't care who's watching. All right? So please don't sit there. Come on. Like, if they're not up there saying this, stop it. You need to just stop it. You really need to stop it. Like, you grasping for straws here, honey.
Told the reason that Muslim women cannot use those small spaces to pray in is because it would not be equal.
You see, this is the problem. ASU does not understand the difference between equity and equality, and ASU refuses to center the most marginalized. In addition to that hate crime, around October 31st, another hate crime happened at ASU, Tempe, where anti-Semitism flyers littered the campus. These flyers had an ASU registered student club, the College Republicans United, on the flyer.
How convenient. College student. I mean, it could have been them, but how convenient it's a Republican. That kind of shows you guys' bias. I would like to see the investigation on that, see who that boils down to. I'm pretty sure they're going to see that there was some other actors that played that part. Yeah, we're going to be idiots and we're going to do it on our own. We're going to do it on our own paper, man. We're just going to write a letter. Might as well write a letter. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. You guys just, I can't.
This is the same club that raised money for Kyle Rittenhouse. And these are just the attacks that have happened since our own viral incident on September 23rd. This tells you a little bit about the type of environment, the toxic place that ASU wants us to be civil in.
I have come to MLK's conclusion that I have integrated my people into a burning building. ASU is on fire. For years, ASU has refused to put out a statement condemning white supremacy after being used as a recruiting ground for Nazis, breeding the culture of hate on this campus. They claim it is because of free speech, and yet we students of color are here being punished for our free speech. I am being punished for being too black, too proud, too loud, and unapologetic. I am being punished for not adopting respectability politics.
I heard this chick is like 30 years old. What the hell you still doing there, fam? Like, that's what I heard. I don't know. I mean, she do look, you know what I'm saying? Like she older. You go, girl. Do whatever it is that's making you happy. I'm just saying, y'all just looking hella foolish.
But I don't need respectability politics. I am a Ford Fellow appointed by President Pro himself to the African American Advisory Council. I achieved all this while refusing to tone down my blackness to make white people feel more comfortable. Our center has been infiltrated by Trump supporters, and ASU is telling us there's nothing we can do. ASU refuses to protect students of color, and the world needs to know how they treat us here on this campus when we push to make it a better place for all.
Calls for civil.
Did she just say a better place for all? No, you have no tolerance whatsoever, honey. A Bass Pro hat? A better place. A better place is ignoring things that you supposedly are triggered by. I mean, according to you guys, whatever sets you guys off, I mean, I can understand if it was like, you know, like obvious stuff, like a Nazi sign, a Hail Hitler. Like if they came with that, I'd say, yo, you guys, I'd be with you. I'd be making a video about them. But come on, look at the stuff you're pointing out. This must be one of the support. This must be the guy that wrote their entire dialogue. Let's
dialogue can be weaponized in two critical ways. First, if a white person actively trolls and provokes an encounter, but does so in a relatively implicit way, say they enter a space meant to foreground the experiences of people of color, and these folks deploy a rhetoric meant to diminish Black and queer lives. As long as the trolling is plausibly deniable to an ideologically white-oriented audience, then any pushback that the white individuals receive may be cast as aggression.
They're still reading it. It's no difference. I could see where they got it from. You guys, you wrote it for them. And this is just sad what you are trying to sit here and have us believe.
The act of instigation itself will be erased and the instigators will be cast as victims, and the people who seek to defend themselves will be seen as aggressors, uncivil, harassers. Second, because of the way in which civil and rational dialogue is racially coded, when white-aligned institutions call for people of color to be civil to interlocutors that have no interest in earnestly engaging and listening, whether intentionally or not, these institutions are asking people of color and other aggrieved communities to be quieter. They are asking them to be less vociferous in their defense of their personhood. In other words, calls for civility easily become calls for docility, a submission to the way things are, as opposed to a vocal defense of the world as it should be. Thank you.
ASU is angry at me and wants me to put me back in my place as a brown woman. ASU is punishing us for standing up for our friends and other students of color. ASU is punishing us for telling two white boys that only one room on...
Telling two white boys. See what I'm saying? So those don't have undertones of racism. That's blatant racism. Two white boys. So according to you, sir, what you just read off is exactly what she's displaying here, but aggressively and outward, not undertones. Maybe you didn't see this before you wrote that. Oh, let me shut up.
Campus is not going to center them. If you all didn't see it yesterday, the provost of this university, Nancy Gonzalez, sent out a statement yesterday in response to the 3,511 plus messages ASU received in support of us. In her statement, Nancy Gonzalez tries to sympathize with Zara, Mimi, and I and assures everyone that ASU is handling this case with cultural awareness. But in her statement, she misspells my first name. Are you serious? How are you going to support me if you even can't spell my first name correctly on a public statement?
So, now what you're trying to say, Nancy Gonzalez, listen to the last name, y'all. Gonzalez is now racist too towards another Latina. Okay, where? Because she misspelt your name? I mean, yeah, is that could that have happened? Yeah. I mean, if you're a college professor or whatever in the college, I mean, yeah, you would think you'd have a little better, I mean, I'd call her a jackass more than, you know what I'm saying, or somebody that doesn't correct or, check read. But I mean, I'm guilty of that. I mean, you guys see some of my titles over here. I'm guilty of that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, yeah, I mean, I could see your frustration on that. But let's go.
This is the level of care ASU has for us. They're insensitive to Pakistani and Muslim cultures. They want us to turn in a written statement by December 15th, explaining how we will be civil and how, and I quote, you might approach such a situation in the future to facilitate a civil dialogue on the purpose of the MCE or the topics of race and society addressed in this confrontation. They want me to be civil. They're calling me a savage.
Okay, so are you kidding me now? They're calling you a savage. All right, so your friend there over here got her shirt up, got her belly hanging out now all of a sudden, sitting there like she's like no longer in front of the public. You're over here. You guys are just, oh my God, you guys are like literally grasping at straws here. You guys are looking all types of foolish. And the people that are sitting here backing this, you guys are the freaking problem. You guys are a huge problem. You guys are a cancer on this society. I'll tell you that right now. You guys are just a black hole on this society. Shame on all of you guys, because you guys are instigators. You guys are antagonists. You guys are just horrible freaking people. You are. You're just horrible people.
This is what white people did when they came to my country and they colonized us for 250 years.
Here we go with the white people
I'm
again.
Camilla Foss, the director of the School of Social Transformation, and I'm sending this video in support of the students who were defending the multicultural space at ASU.
They were defending it. I want to say some things right now, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Let's listen to the cancer. See what happens.
And the part of I wanted to underscore that and to send my support of the students and to say that I think their reaction was justified and was equal to the symbolic violence that these students.
You don't even sound like you believe it.
They brought into the space represented.
Lady, the symbolic of violence, your two girls got more violence. I mean, they want to start World War II. I mean, are you kidding me, man? Like, they want an all-out war. They want a civil war right now. Like, them two chicks are crazy. And, okay, let me take that back, because me saying those two chicks are crazy is going to be me being insensitive, and then the feminists are going to come after me. But them two women are insane. And the reason why they're insane, they're very insensitive. They're very, intolerant towards other people. Anyway, let me see if there's anything left of this, and we'll just end this. All right. So basically what we have here is we have two women that basically can't see as far as their own bias. I mean, their bias are just unbelievably blatant. They are out there clear. I mean, they are transparent for all to see. They just don't see them. The only people that don't see them, the biased here, is the ones being biased. Excuse me. So, I mean, as far as it goes, you guys seen the video. What do you guys think? Put it down in the comments. I personally think a Bass Pro hat does not make you. Oh my God. Let me just shut up. I can't. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to comment, subscribe, thumbs up, all that good stuff. The original link to this video will be in the description below. Go over there, check it out, get the views up. All right, man. That being said, peace, love, positivity. I'm out.